Tom plays with Darcey's emotions, and Benjamin finally catches a break for a second. We're here to break it all down. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Dun, 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 dun. Easy money, easy money. We got that beat right on. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the after show for Before the 90 Days. It's good to be back. Another week with the 90 Day fam.
Yes.
Love it.
So much. Can I tell you, I am just eat, sleep, drink.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. There's so much drama.
Yes, cannot wait to dig in. I'm your girl, Alex Bowers. To the left of me, I have Linda Antwi.
Hey, guys.
She's in the live chat and doing news and gossip tonight, guys.
Yes.
Linda is hot tonight.
Multitasking.
Timothy and Dean. And Dean is from, for anyone that doesn't know, from Before the 90 Days from last season. He's Tariq's brother. Y'all, there's some online beef going on. We think Linda has the tea for that too. It's that's gonna be funny. Was not expecting that. Like, what? If you think about it and you don't know anything, you're not following them on social media, it's kind of like, what? How did this
It's really
happen?
bad, actually. The beef is real beef.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll definitely get into that. What did you think about the episode overall?
I was good with this episode. I thought it moved quickly, and I was able to get some closure over here. And like you said, a little bit of cheer, rah, rah for Benjamin. So, and, Angela always brings the drama, so I'm about that life.
This episode, every couple evoked a different emotion from me.
For real.
So, we're happy with Avery, and then we're cracking up with Angela, and then we're over here clapping for Benjamin. It's just like, a lot. And then we're kind of like, side-eyeing Caesar. It's just like, this just part of the 90-day culture.
The star of the episode for me was Michael's mom, a Duke.
Right.
She was the star. Everything she was talking about, looking at Angela.
Right. And she's just like, well, this is how it should be, but And Angela, we'll get into that, y'all, because we can go on.
And she's like this.
Right. Angela, y'all, she's a character, and can we get her a spinoff now? Okay. So we're going to get right into our first couple. We're going to save Angela for a little later. Rebecca and Zaid.
Okay.
So basically with this couple, her friend is a PI.
Melanie.
She gets more information. Melanie gets more information on him, and there's no record of him having a job. When she talks to him about this job, did you believe him, or is it BS?
It's BS. 1000% BS. So you work for a TV show, and there's no record of you whatsoever, and you're the audience crowd
coordinator.
Yeah,
would you call
audience. That's what it is. Audience coordinator is good.
Yeah.
And your boss just pays you cash directly. Yeah. Who's the production team? Who's the company that runs the show? What's the show? Like, she needed to ask a whole lot more questions.
He came up with the lie really quick.
Yeah, but liars lie really quick.
They do. Yeah.
I don't buy it for 1 minute. And then I was thinking, you got all this time off, so. Are you on hiatus, maybe?
Right.
I don't know. I don't buy it.
I mean, she hasn't said anything about that either, though.
Yeah.
She's just now. But she is having doubts, as she should. One brow up, like, hold on. What?
Also, remember, he made her rent that car.
Right.
And he lives at home.
He's always at a restaurant smoking hookah. Where's his money coming from?
Yeah, but did you see the preview to the next episode?
No, I didn't watch I watched probably a second of the preview.
All I know is that I don't believe that he's working for 1 minute. Not on a TV show. Maybe he's doing something under the table.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Because there's no reason your boss will be paying you in cash. Like you it just doesn't add up. And I think she's gonna realize, obviously late though, that this isn't what she, it's a repeat of whatever she may have had go on in her relationship with the last man.
Well, it sounds to me like this is a continued pattern with her. Right? Younger men, not quite on their feet yet. She doesn't want to support them, but then she questions it.
Right.
And dives full on in. So we'll see.
And I kind of want more information on a few of these couples' past relationships. from her, and then we can get in even to Timothy and Jennifer. So we go into them because, we're pretty much done with Zaid and Rebecca. We're going to Timothy and Jennifer. Timothy, I want to know what happened that has you so scared to dive in with Jennifer. What happened with this last relationship? How did you get hurt? You know, I feel like he was probably really in love with this girl.
I think it was that. I think also, too, that, like he said, and I'll bring it up more in News and Gossip, but he grew up a nerd, you know? So he didn't have a lot of social interaction with girls until much later when he came into his own and his money and his cars and all of that. So he even said in this episode, he's scared of her. And you could see it in his reactions. Like, he, I think, in his mind thinks that she's way out of his league, but he also thinks she's beautiful. And she also knows that she's only had Latin lovers. So all of those things, he's building this a reality in his head, and he wants to be able to perform in all aspects, be the best boyfriend that he can be, that he can perhaps further down the line say, hey, will you be my wife? And it's good. Do you know what I mean? So he's built all this stuff up, and now he's psyching himself up because he really, that first kiss was completely awkward in the very beginning. Like, you could see that she was egging him on with her actions, and he still wasn't buying it. So she kind of went in, and then he went in and relaxed. Yeah.
Now, no matter how innocent, you know, his feelings towards the sexual, or how he's approaching her in this relationship may be, you know, trying to be like the nice guy and play his cards, you know, your insecurities, well, his insecurities may mess this up, you know? There's a point where you just rip the Band-Aid off. And I thought that the kiss would be that, but then they get in the bedroom and he's like, so which base are we going to? You know, it's just like everything is structured with him. You have to let go.
That, and I thought he sabotaged it when they very first got back to the Airbnb. They were sitting on the couch, and she was trying to make it a romantic moment, and then he just went negative again.
Right.
And I was like, are you trying to self-sabotage? Like, you're that insecure about this situation? Because the longer you wait, the weirder and more awkward it's going to become.
Yeah.
And then the, like, kissing scene, and the, like...
Yeah.
I was like, what's happening right now? How old are you guys?
Yeah. And I personally feel like she was just so happy to get a kiss. She probably didn't even care about how it was, or like, if it was really even a good one, because I guarantee you that was probably the weakest kiss she's ever gotten.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just
agreed.
Facts.
Yeah.
I want to talk about him meeting her dad.
Yep.
You know, he's a little weaker than everyone else. He can't stomach a lot of this stuff. And in the preview, which I did see this part of the preview, you know, she's going in on him again because apparently they're, you know, high up or whatever, and he just is freaking him out. So this is a pattern of like how weak he is. And it may not even just be, I wouldn't maybe not even say it's weak, it's just who he is really. And it's not macho like she expects, but this is a wall that she's going to keep bumping into. And my thing is, like, stop tearing him down at this point. You know how he is.
Yeah. Missa Pink in the live chat says, at first I thought Tim was just being respectful and patient. Now I'm feeling like he's got insecurities and anxiety keeping him from moving forward.
Yeah, he does.
Here's what I think. I think they're just so different, right? And one is not better than the other. They're just completely different. And he started complaining as soon as they got out of their taxi and were walking. And he's like, oh, there's cow poop everywhere.
Yep.
I was like, oh, he's not going to make it because he's not even at the farm yet.
Yeah.
You know? And then the dad, when she asked the dad what she really thought of him, and he's like, well, you know, he seems like he's a slow learner.
Yeah.
And, you know, just take your time because you guys are very, very different. I thought, that says a lot for dad to, you know, not endorse.
Right.
He's not saying, oh, he's not for you. He's just like, be careful.
And the grandparents said the same thing. Yeah. They know her. And clearly what she went through with her last relationship was that bad that, you know what I mean? They don't want anyone even remotely similar, or for them to feel, I don't know. I just feel like they're not secure in her decisions.
I think they just don't want her to have another failed relationship. And they are worried that he's not the one. When he asks her, do you really love him? And she says she's not sure. That's a big tell, right? And she also mentioned how maybe the guy she fell in love with online is not the same guy in person. And that's okay to admit too.
But does she have to love him this early on? Yeah, you've been talking online, blah, blah, blah. But, know, when you're actually there, of course you're not sure yet. I mean, some people, it's right away. But sometimes it takes time. It's like, it's a lot thrown on her right now. It's like this man, like you said, is nowhere near the man that I thought he was. We're over here, doing eye patches, and he's getting his nails buffed, and it's just too much for her.
I mean, on the same token, Alex, in this same season, we have Caesar, who says he was in a 5-year relationship with a woman he never met. So,
yes,
people fall in love weird ways, and I don't know what's love.
Yeah.
Right? What does that look like?
What is it? That's a good question.
If you guys want to chime in the live chat, what do you consider love?
Yes, and we'll come back to that after we get on Caesar, okay? You guys, we have a lot to talk about with Caesar, but not really a lot at the same time. It's mainly just our concerns and how disappointed we are in this man.
I have some notes that I'm going to share with Alex.
Okay.
Right here, the first one.
Oh, yes.
I can't share it with you guys, but I am done with Caesar. I'm done with him.
Finished.
So, here's the thing that got to me that I was like, you know what, I'm done with you, Caesar. He goes to this romantic dinner for 2.
Yes, I'm cringing because, yes. It's just
and the server comes up and says, oh, this dinner for you and your fiance. First of all, you never even proposed to her, so you assumed that she was going to say yes when you had never met her. So maybe you guys would have been on your second day in Mexico, and she would be so in love with you that she said yes.
Right.
That didn't happen. It was not going to happen. Next, when he's like, the previous season, he was like, previous episode, he was like, okay, I'm just done. I'm so mad. And he had that little tantrum.
Yep.
And then this episode, he's texting her and she's not answering. You just look really outrageous.
Crazy.
And then you say you're going to save your money and go find her. Stop it.
Yep.
Just stop it. I'm done with you. I'm done with the nonsense. I'm done, done.
She made it clear she does not want to fix things. Like, why are you blowing her up? She's probably blocked you by now.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I would.
And she really met her on a dating site that you had to pay to buy things for the person.
Right.
And the flowers and whatever else it was that he bought for her on the website, that was the basis of a relationship.
Yeah.
So you continued that for 5 years, sending her money over and over and over again. So if you guys want me to believe that this is a real relationship, then someone's going to need to send me some receipts.
Something. Yeah, the receipts. Where are the receipts at?
Right.
I want to talk about the hotel guests that walked up to him because I'm like, did we just ask them to come up to Caesar? This is just too much, you guys. Cringe-worthy moments, goosebumps. This is not happening. Darren and Ashley come up and are like, so where is Maria? The fact that they know her name, and remember this. I'm just shaking my head. This is too much, and it wasn't realistic. And Caesar, he's sharing too much information with everyone, and then is mad because he looks stupid. And then you want to say, "Oh, I don't want to film anymore." Blah blah blah. You may not be getting paid a lot because we know how much y'all are really getting paid, or somewhat. But if you're getting a check, finish the show. You knew going into it that she wasn't here for you and it wasn't going to work out. And like you said, you started sending money, sending flowers. You knew how it was going to turn out. Finish the show.
I cannot with him.
If you're going to act crazy, you're going to have to get embarrassed. We need a clown nose for Caesar. I say this every episode, but where's the red nose?
I mean, they got the clown
emojis
all over the live chat.
The live chat. Keep them coming, y'all. What did they say about that question?
So, love is when you still care for someone after seeing them in many situations. People say love way too easy. It doesn't mean anything anymore. Love is sharing your food with someone.
Nice. That's facts.
Yeah.
If you share your food, we care.
Caesar is a fraud.
Y'all go in.
They should have removed the extra plate and chair at least instead of the waitress walking away.
I mean, it was all just let's pity party for Caesar. And he doesn't give up, but in this case, it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
In life, we'll tell everyone, never give up. But Caesar, you got to walk away.
I have one more. Candy210 says, love is when you still get that tingly feeling every time you see them, hear their voice, also when they love and respect you back. I agree.
Facts. Respect. Okay? Mutual respect.
Yeah.
It's it's what a lot of relationships are lacking these days, honestly. You guys, we have so many different genres of shows here on AfterBuzz: drama, reality, sci-fi, comedy. We have like sports, you name it, we've got it. We want to thank you for allowing us to be the ESPN of TV talk. We ask that you keep this going. Share with friends, share the videos with friends, family, everyone, social media, you name it. AfterBuzz is the place to be. Give us 5 stars, iTunes, Spotify, where else? YouTube, obviously YouTube. But every platform you can think of, if you want to listen to us, if you don't want to see our faces, even though we're beautiful, it's okay. You can listen to our voices, you guys. But again, thank you guys for joining. Anybody in the live chat you want to shout out? Any new faces that you want to shout out?
Brand New Day.
Brand New Day.
Yes.
Hello. Welcome.
Diana Sutherman, Amanda Romo.
Okay.
Huyo, Beauty. I have to shout out Nakia because she's a day winner.
Nakia, yeah.
And then F.
Okay.
Chuck Williams.
Hey, Chuck.
Kimberly has an upgrade with the name. Kimberly Sassy Shady Mayfield.
Okay, girl.
Susan Elizabeth. Allie Donovan.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, Missa Pink. I mean, it's blown
and
up
welcome
in the live chat.
everyone new. You guys,
Yes,
this
we love
family
you guys.
will continue growing, and we're here for the ride.
Yes.
We're also here for Michael and Angela's little roller coaster ride. A lot goes on with this couple, and I'm just ready to dive in. They make up again. No surprise there. The drama, this is like, we need them.
Yeah.
I say we get a lot of emotions and but this roller coaster is one that I'm down to be on.
I'm down for them I just think they look so polar opposite.
Yeah.
And it just is amazing. It's amazing.
It is.
It's amazing how crass she is, and she doesn't care,
Nope.
even in front of someone's mama.
In front of his mama, that's what we're about to get into. She meets the mama, which I feel like she's met her before.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's met her
Yeah,
before, so this wasn't like a,
Yeah, no, she was
when
calling
she
her
stayed
something in the car, like Moon.
Moomba,
Yeah.
or-
And Michael was like, who are you talking about? And then it was Mama.
Yeah. So
Mama, a Duke.
Mama feels a way about Angela. And I feel like she likes her. That's not the issue. And she wants Michael to respect her and not lie, because she checked him on that. But the issue is, and will always be, her and, trying to carry a kid, or even the possibility of her getting pregnant.
Yeah, so like Michael said, in African tradition, especially for boys, it's really important to carry that family line on.
Right.
So that's all the mom cares about. All her other kids, she said, has kids. Michael's the last one, so how's that going to happen? And then I thought it was funny how they were trying to explain the process, and she was like, what, you're going to sleep with her what, daughter? What?
Right.
He's like, no.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
It is.
Yeah. But then when the mom was with the swirl, I was like, whoa,
Yep.
Mom is cutthroat. She is not messing around. She's like, you must release them if you're not going to have a baby.
In other words, she's getting her grandkids.
Right.
One way or another.
Facts.
And I like that about her. I thought it was funny. Like, I'm like, dang, that sucks, Angela. But at the same time, I was cracking up. But Angela, you guys, she never changes. She's like, that ain't gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. She does not care who she's in front of, and that is why she makes for good TV.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Love her.
Oh, she's crazy.
Yeah. Do you think that that's even in the cards?
I think anything is possible.
But do you think that because she's stuck on her daughter carrying this, but that's the first thing she'll say.
Yeah.
When people doubt her being able to carry the child, it's, oh, my daughter's going to do it. But remember, her daughter has doubts about this whole thing, and she doesn't really want to carry the child either.
All I know is Angela will have to definitely change a lot of things in her lifestyle. Like that drinking and smoking is going to need to stop if you want to have some viable anything.
Do I see that stopping right away? No.
No, it's not stopping.
No.
So,
it's not Angela. She's really stubborn.
That's right.
You know?
If she's really going to want to do this for Michael, I think that it's going to definitely be a process for that.
But do it, like, if you want to do it for yourself, You don't just want to have a kid because someone is like pressuring you or they need, if you have to let go of this relationship,
then let go.
Yeah, if that's not what you want to do, if you don't think that's the right decision for you, keep it moving.
Yep.
We'll get more from them.
Emmanuel says, Mama Michael was a savage. I love her. Bring her back. Me too, Nakia. I'm all about it.
Yes, she was about that drama.
Yes.
I really like her. I want to see some more family, and I want to see Angela around the friends again. Mm-hmm. That's always, Michael's friends are always hilarious, straight to the point. Are like, what are you doing with this woman?
Yeah.
And this is crazy. She's telling you what to do. I would love to see that. Yeah, more of that. More of Michael's side.
Yeah, we've said it before. I would definitely watch a spin-off of those three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
It'd be super hilarious.
What would they call it?
I don't know, the Three Amigos.
Just name it Michael. Just put a whole bunch of put a whole bunch of eyes, and we just name the whole show Michael. 90 Day Fiancés, Michael. All right, you guys, we're gonna move on to Avery and Omar. And Terry. We will not forget Terry. She's a part of this until she walked out at the end, but we will get to that. She's really not here for this marriage. I know last week we kind of talked about how she's doubting so late. Well, she has been the whole time, but when it gets to a certain point, it's when you just let go and you let them be them and figure out what they have going on, because you have no control at this point.
Yeah, I felt it was hard. I had a hard time with Terry because on the one hand, like she said, if it wasn't for her, nothing would have gotten done.
Facts.
Like, she's a go-getter.
Yep.
Anytime there was a problem, Avery's like, this is the problem. Mom's like, okay, what do we got to do? Yep. Let's do it. Let's do it now. Right? So that was the one thing I was like, okay, cool, team Terry. But then in the wedding ceremony, as she's sitting there, she's like saying such rude little digs to her daughter in the moment. Yep. And I was like, wow, that is not nice. We just talked about last week how the night before you're digging at her, and then you're digging at her actual wedding.
Yep. And in front of people too.
Yeah,
like, you may not think they can hear or, but I mean, I'm sure they could.
Yeah.
And, she felt a way, which, okay, I understand, like, for 1 second, be like, oh, dang it, I can't. Oh, well, the show must go on. But when they said she couldn't be a witness, they would need 2 women or 1 man. She made this huge deal out of it. You know what country you're in. You know how the system works.
Yeah.
You know what rankings women fall in. All of this ahead of time. So you cannot play dumb, and you cannot pretend like you're super shocked. This is how you knew that.
Yeah.
And you've talked about it and you've complained about it this whole time,
Yeah.
the whole time. Do you know how they treat women, and do you know what they think of women, and how women don't, they can't really speak up, and then you get there and pretend that you're shocked. I was annoyed, and I was really ready for Terry to go home, but then, right after, I'm like, okay, they're at dinner, and, everything is fine, and I'm back, cool with Terry, and then the whole situation with Avery happens, and I'm still cool with Terry. I felt bad. That's when my emotions flipped from mad at her from the wedding to I really feel bad that this is how you're finding out right before you leave.
Yeah, they sprung it on her.
Yeah,
they definitely sprung it on her, and as a mom, I'm sure she was freaking out because she only knows what she knows from the news, and her daughter is now saying that she's going to be living there.
Right.
So, and she knows that her daughter will do it because her daughter is
she's about that life.
Yeah. So that was harsh for her. Yeah.
Yeah. And Omar, at first he seemed like kind of reluctant to even have her go. And now I guess, right after the ceremony, it's, well, she's coming. This is my wife.
My wife. Yeah. He claimed
like,
it. Well, he got that $6,000 dowry. So he's like, Yep. That's my wife now.
And it's going to be interesting because we even see in previews to see this whole thing play out with them, because, everything seemed greener on the other side at first, Avery, but you're going to really get to know this man. We all will.
Yeah.
And it'll be nice to see how that plays out as well. That's about it for them.
T. Payton says, look, say what you will. Mama knows something is not right. Any mom will feel some type of way.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yep. And I'm sure something, one of her thoughts will be confirmed by the end of maybe even next episode.
Listen, you didn't know this dude, but we'll see. I do like them as a couple, though.
Yeah.
So
I do. All right, Darcey and Tom.
Oh, gosh.
We have to jump into them. Things are really weird for them right now. They've been weird, but they get weirder just because, like, he can't deal with it anymore. He can't pretend or hide his emotions. He's not happy. I want to talk about how he just kind of, like, when they were having the conversation, he was telling her, this is how you come off, and this is how you are with your sister, and you guys play this jealousy game, and it's not cute. Right after it was, and if we would have went to, what is the place?
Grand
Canary. Then I would have proposed to you.
Yeah, that was super passive-aggressive manipulative.
It was low.
Like, really, really low. Knowing who Darcey is and knowing what she wants from you, that was such a low blow.
Yeah.
That and him telling her to give her, like, stop smothering him.
Yes.
It's like, oh, he's all the way not feeling this.
And her sister, Stacey, was kind of like, yeah, get off of him. And I'm like, I just cannot. I'm sorry, but I'm going off on everyone in this van. How do you just keep quiet? Like, and I think they do this because they know how Darcey is. And, sometimes they just pick at her. And we know she's sensitive. And she's not one of those people that you can just keep throwing jabs at, or, it was just too much for me. And I wanted to go off on everyone for her, except for obviously Stacey's husband. Well, fiance. He's pretty quiet. He didn't say anything.
He's like, I'm not doing the drama.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in the background here.
Yeah.
I think that what's interesting to see, though, too, is that twin rivalry that Stacey and Darcey have.
But it's on another level.
It really is. Like, they talk about how it's not a competition, but it feels like a competition. It comes across like, you girls, do you even like each other? Like, it's just, that's how it comes across to me.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Yeah.
So I can see what Tom would be saying, where he's like, I've seen a whole other side of you. Because even seeing these two together, as much as we've seen them in the last 2 episodes, it is a different side of Darcey.
Yeah. It is. But I still like Darcey. It doesn't really make me change how I feel about her. It's just more like, I wish she wasn't showing this side on television, just because it's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, and people don't understand it because they haven't seen it.
Yeah. And then some people even just now joining the 90-day bandwagon or family, they're seeing this and they're just like, wait, what is going on? Because they don't know her past and what all she's been through as well. She's been through a lot.
She has been through a lot. And I think that she deserves, the love that she's seeking. It just might not be Tom.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tom, what did you think of his kind of being really rude about going to this market? Like, first, on his way there, he was complaining about, like, the truck and the windows and got sick, big production, then gets there and doesn't even appreciate it and says he's bored.
Yeah.
I just thought it was so disrespectful.
Yeah, he called it a flea market.
Yeah.
He's rude.
Yeah.
I have nothing positive to say about Tom. If anything, the one thing, if I had to force myself to say something, I would say he's very to the point. He doesn't sugarcoat, which for some people, they need that. I'd rather you sugarcoat than to be over here catfishing and lying and, the stuff that happens in 90 Day. But I don't have anything positive to say about him, really. He's just a negative person all the time. And he's not nice.
Yeah, he's not nice. And I think that if he doesn't like Darcey, he should just tell her no. You know what I mean?
But he's going to keep stringing her along, just like we just discussed. Him even bringing out the fact that he was going to propose, which we know he wasn't going to do.
Yeah, he was not.
He just didn't want to be in Albania.
Yeah.
Period. Just say it. Just say that. Be direct, like you're direct with everything else. Stop playing with her. I'm mad. I am mad. Okay, now for our last couple, Benjamin and Nikki. So Benjamin kind of caught a break. We thought
win.
Like a quick, it was a quick win, and then, it was back to, okay, what am I going to do? Because, the dowry.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I agree with Benjamin about. So I think Akini needed to explain the entire process and stop surprising him with different situations that he's not prepared for. You sometimes have to mentally prepare for something and some people, especially if you're going to be in the hot seat. So when it came from just meeting her dad to meeting all the elders and not having any warning about it, that's a lot. And I do agree with him that her I don't know if it's her age or what, but her communication is not.
It's lacking.
Yeah, it's not necessarily there.
Yeah, she's last minute with everything, and then she'll get upset and want to walk away and stuff when you don't do things right or you don't say what she thinks you should have said, or you know, you can't do this if you're not laying it all out.
Yeah.
It's annoying, and I think that's something that's going to really make him, which we both believe. Yeah. This is not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that even seeing in the previews, he is going to think about his kid. Yeah. And making sure that he really wants to do all of this. Like, you're jumping through all these hoops, and maybe she's not the one for you. I don't know.
Yeah, and, you know, when they talk about, they call it the bride prize. Mm-hmm. When they talk about the bride prize, she's like, basically, he has to pay this even if he goes broke. He's going to need to pay this. I'm like, that's there.
I didn't like that.
It's done. Not only is communication an issue, but you think he's about to go broke for you and he has a whole nother kid to take care. Well, he has a whole kid to take care of. Mm-hmm. He's not going to do that. He puts his kid first, really. His kid, his religion, his relationship. You know, that's all important to him, but, you know, his kid is number one. That's not going to happen. And she's very mature, and I think, he's going to realize, I can't do this.
Chuck Williams says Akine's family's trying to rob him blind.
Something. Mm-hmm. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is.
And I feel bad at this point, you know?
I do. I feel bad, but I also think that Benjamin kind of has his head on his shoulders. Mm-hmm. So I think that, you know, if he thinks that he's not feeling it, I don't think he'll go through with it.
He does seem meek and mild, but he's smart. Yeah. He'll know what to do when the time comes. Now it's time for our special segment. This time we are not going to do Ask Brianna because she's not in town, but we will do our special segment, What Do You Think? And I have one question.
But that's none of my business.
Thank you. If you are madly in love with someone, this is your soulmate, and you could not have a kid, and let's say you couldn't adopt. Would you
adopt?
Let's say like the adoption process, not everyone gets to adopt, you know? It doesn't always happen for everyone. It's a long process, you know?
Am I already married to the soulmate?
You are married to the soulmate, and they crave having a child. Mm-hmm. Would you ever consider letting them have a child with someone else?
No,
if they didn't have a relationship with that person, if it was strictly, we'll have the kid, you know, kind of like a donor. We'll have the kid. You have sex with them and you have the kid, but you know, it comes home to you. Cause let's switch it. You know, men can be you know, like let's see that the woman was willing to give you guys a kid. Would you be willing to let, you know, Handmaid's Tale type thing?
Yeah, and I'm saying no. Like no. I know myself. I'm already scratching my head right now. No. I couldn't do it. If anything, if he's my soulmate, then if he really needed to have a kid to fulfill him, then he would just have to, we would have to part ways.
And to clear this up, by Handmaid's Tale, I don't mean forcibly, I mean she's willing. She's willing to have the kid.
Yeah, I got you.
You know?
Yeah, no. I'm not about
absolutely
that life.
Not. Me neither. I can't do it. I would literally look at you and I would resent, you know, everything. I'm not even going to lie. It's just like, you know, that's hard.
Yeah, I'm not about
that life. Very tough. And that concludes special segment. Only had one question this week. Sorry, guys. But let us know your answers. Anyone say anything in the live chat yet?
Let's see. Said it crazy. Nah.
That's tough.
Turkey baster in the old days. Surrogate. Yeah.
Surrogate. Okay.
Only if it's through surrogacy.
So it can't be like your own setup thing. It needs to be professional. Like a professional
Nakia says, hell nah. What in Handmaid's Tale? Nope.
No.
Kimberly Mayfield is N-O with all capitals.
Absolutely not going to happen. Okay, you guys, it's time for news and gossip. What you got, Linda?
Oh, goodness gracious. Guys, you all keeping me busy, you 90-day peoples. Busy. First, we're going to talk about Darcey. So, guys, as I previously reported, Darcey's ex-husband got married recently, back in April, which was around the same time Darcey was taping 90 Days in London. He had an extravagant wedding in Mexico. His bride was beautiful, and online rumors and fans are saying that this is what has created a bit of jealousy in Darcey and a sense of urgency to get engaged, and it's playing out this season as desperation. So that's what we're seeing, is because she found out right when she started filming that her ex-husband was getting married, and she
it probably hurt her.
Yeah, really, really hurt her. We have some video footage, and it, you guys, is like a mini movie. So the Villa Joya, which is beautiful, as you guys can see if you're watching us. If you're listening to us, it's a huge mansion in the middle of the ocean, and you walk up these lavish stairs, and the ring is phenomenal.
Wow.
And he talks in it and gives like a backstory.
Does she look like Darcey a little bit from the side?
I didn't catch that. So, you think so? I don't
a
think
little.
So, and her daughters were there. Darcey's daughters were there, and he basically says that she was the best thing that's ever happened to him.
Oh.
And so this is why we're thinking that Darcey is seemingly
It was too much.
Going through some stuff.
Yeah.
And feeling desperate.
It would make sense.
Because her sister is engaged, her ex got married, and now it's just her alone standing.
And this probably bothers her more than anything dealing with Jesse,
well,
you know?
Yeah, because look at the lifestyle it looks like,
and
right?
your kids are there. Yes. Yeah. That's tough.
So that was that. I want to talk about Avery next.
Okay.
Avery is really promoting her online business, and it's called Albacore Couture. And in her stories recently, she posted a little preview of some of the things that are going to be on her online website. And I gotta tell you, I was like, some of this is actually really, really cute.
This bracelet looks cute already.
Yeah, it's super cute. So it's
video.
from
Bali.
Yeah.
So beautiful. It's from Indonesia. It has beautiful blue stones. It is
nice.
Yeah.
I think that's so cute.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And like there were rings and just a bunch of stuff. I thought it was really, really awesome.
Hustle, girl.
Go ahead, Avery. Get your entrepreneurship on.
Start early.
All right. Next, a little bit more serious. We're going to talk about Tim and the controversy that's happening with Tariq and Dean. So basically, you know, Tim has fought this transgender rumor. He thought it was behind him. He addressed it, said he was not. And Tariq and Dean went on another show, and they basically made some really offensive claims that I'm going to go ahead and read, and then we'll get back to what Timothy responded with.
Okay.
So, the way Tim crossed his legs, man, it don't look like he got a pair of balls between him. I don't know, man. I can't even cross my legs like that, man. I'm blessed, you know what I mean? I can't cross my legs like that. He crosses his leg more feminine than she does, says Hashim. Yes, the fabricated complaint of every man who spreads his legs on the subway. And then he went on to say, here's what I'm thinking, because look, man, me and my brother was saying the other day, we was like, yo, I think that used to be a female that turned himself into a man. He's trying to grow up here, you know? It ain't ready. It ain't fresh out the oven yet, man. And it goes on and on and on and on. And I think, you know what, guys? We're in 2019. Trying to use transgender as like an insult is insulting in and of itself, because it just shows to you that you're not open-minded, and that who cares at the end of the day, and why is it your business?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, is it affecting your life specifically, Dean?
No.
I don't think so. So Tim basically responded with an excellent comment on his Instagram, and he basically said, you know what? Shame on you. Haters are gonna hate. That whole thing.
Did Dean say any of this on Pillow Talk?
No, he said it on another show.
It was just all on another show. So, because you know they comment on Pillow Talk as well.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
it wasn't on Pillow Talk. It was on another show that he was on.
Okay.
So, yeah, crazy. So
it is.
Listen,
it's
y'all.
one thing. Well, sorry to cut you off. It's one thing to, you know, how we discuss. Yes, he does have these feminine, things that he does. But because we speak about it because Jennifer wants this macho man. She paints a picture of what she wants, and we speak about how he is not that. period. But to go and like you said, use, someone being transgender as like, as if it's like a dig.
It's just not okay. It's just not okay. So Timothy basically said, I have never had a problem having a girlfriend, so clearly there are some women who like men like me. He added, he knew he would have haters, but he just didn't really expect the whole transgender comments.
Right.
He says a concept that he says he identifies as is that he's metrosexual.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. Metrosexual. That's like kind of like Todd Chrisley, if anyone knows Todd Chrisley from So I mean, that's that. That's that. Keep it moving, Tim.
Rebecca. So guys, Rebecca has made some internet fame over the last few days, and the scandal is a little bit of a scandal. Again, when you're on a reality show and you're online, people are going to find things. Yep. So she addressed the scandal that came out that she is behind in child support. She's having financial issues. So Rebecca lost custody of her youngest daughter when she married her Moroccan boy toy in 2013. She owes thousands of dollars in back child support, and it's going to court October 4th for contempt for failure to pay. This person says, has a clear pattern of financial instability, including being evicted from her apartment just this past January, but somehow has the means to go to Tunisia and is planning on filming or filing for an expensive K-1 visa and bringing husband number 4 over to the U.S. So she had a clapback, and good on her. So this is what she says.
And I'm not perfect. I've never pretended to have my crap together. And while everything isn't exactly the way that it looks, it's also not great, but it's okay. I so appreciate all of the people that support me and that worry about me. But I'm okay, and everything's going to be fine. I signed up for this. Being on a reality show is not easy, but it is that. It's a reality show. This is not scripted. I have a real life, and like I said, I've never pretended to have my stuff together. So just wanted to address that. Everything's going to be fine.
She's being honest and positive.
Yeah, class act, I think, in this situation. And then last but not least, I have Akini. And Akini posted on her Instagram a photo of herself in front of a computer. And she's getting a lot of backlash because people are saying that she's trying to be a model and all of that. And she writes, "This was my very first day of work when I started earning a paycheck. I work as a web and software developer, and I also do graphic designs. I had my first computer in my first year in the university. I understand some people had it earlier, but that's when I had my first computer. I didn't know how to scroll down or what a space bar does or any kind of programming, but I'm very good at it now. I am not a model for all those who keep saying I'm trying to launch a modeling career. But if you think I'm good at it, you can send me referrals. I'm very happy with my job. I love to create."
Go girl.
So yeah. So guys, she's not a model. She never claimed to be a model. She's actually, a software engineer.
She's doing her thing.
Doing her thing. Good on her.
Go girl.
Yes.
This is good news and gossip.
Thank you.
Very. And we had a couple videos in there. I know y'all enjoyed that. Now we will get into predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
The previews are pretty lit. I'm not even gonna lie. So I think there were a few things that I didn't see, but from what I did, Angela and Michael, Angela's gonna blow up, and I cannot wait for next week. Oh my gosh. And then Caesar. What I think is gonna happen with Caesar is, Maria is gonna end up, because he's gonna be sending messages like, I'm coming out there. She's going to end up having to really hurt this man's feelings for him to really understand, or she's just going to keep him blocked, which is what I think he is now. He's blocked. And she's going to move on with her life. And if he goes over to see her, he won't be seeing her. He'll be looking at her on the screen or something, old videos, because she's not going to show up.
Listen, he's going to go over there and not even know where to go because she's been done blocked him. She's moved on. She's got another 500 sugar daddies out there doing the same thing, and once the gig is up, she just moves on. She keeps it moving. So
keeps it moving.
He needs to save his pennies and stop playing and just, work on himself.
Yep.
That's what I think. I think this blow up with Angela and Michael might be the thing that makes or breaks them. And I know they keep getting back together, but this looks super crazy intense.
Oh, you think this is it?
I listen, there's only a couple more episodes left, so I'm thinking we have to have some type of resolution with these two. They're either in it or they're not in it to win it. I think Benjamin is going to drop bikini. I think that she's going to show her true colors over this next little while, and especially in this next episode, and he's not going to like what he sees at all, because we have to remember he is in training to be a minister, so this sloppiness he's not going to be feeling it whatsoever. And then I think that Omar and Avery, they're going to really be happy, but she's going to have this sadness because she broke her mother's heart before she went on the plane.
I agree.
Yep.
I also have one more thing to say. I think that Timothy is going to take a step back even more after Jennifer goes off on him next week, because we saw in the preview, she's mad because he's scared, or he's, they're up high somewhere else again, and from what we see, it looks like he's scared, and she's calling him out of his name again, and I think this is only gonna, put him in his shell. Again, it's gonna be an everlasting cycle of him, feeling like he can let loose and then going back into the shell like a hermit crab.
Wow.
That's what, Timothy the Hermit Crab.
Wow.
Yes.
Guys, the live chat is off the chain. I just have to say a couple of things. Diana Sutherman says, I think Maria is 70 and raking in the good money. And Nakia Emanuel says, what is Maria's sugar baby secrets? Asking for a friend. Me, I'm that friend.
Right. Yeah, y'all, good luck getting in contact with Maria. Caesar can't seem to do it either.
Right.
So if anyone finds her Instagram, do we know anything about her really?
Y'all, we should start sending pictures of Maria to Caesar.
No,
DMing him, be like, yo, Caesar, I want you back, boy.
Yeah, he would fall for that.
1,000.
He would definitely fall for that. You guys, thank you for watching. Where can everyone find you, Linda?
Guys, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We have so many people in the live chat. Please stay tuned for more. And in the meantime, you can find me all across social media at Linda So Girly.
And you can follow me all over at Hey Alex Bowers. We'll see you here next week. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or